As exploiting Office formats became harder, many red teams turned to malicious LNKs for their attacks. Today, I will show you how to generate malicious LNKs with MacroPack while making use of its exclusive features to make them harder to detect. For this demo, I first prepared a raw shellcode using the Mythic C2 Framework. I then obfuscated and embedded this shellcode in a DLL using ShellcodePack, and now I will craft a LNK file that will drop the DLL on disk and execute it with a spoofed PDF icon and extension. With MacroPack open, I will select the scenario, drop and execute embedded executable, and provide my DLL in the file entry. Then, I will select LNK as the output format. This will give me 3 new options under the code type section. Bat macro will run the executable from an intermediate batch file without requiring calls to Powershell or any other interpreter. WSF macro and HTA macro will respectively make use of VBscript and HTA scripting to run the payload, requiring calls to MSHTA and cscript. I will here use bat macro because the lack of interpreter will make for a smaller footprint for my payload. I will also specify where I want the executable to be dropped, to avoid it dropping in the default temp location. And I will specify the name of the exported function the shellcode will be ran from. I can now move on to the options screen, where I will get access to 2 very important settings: the file drop method and the execution method. The most popular method to drop and run files from a LNK is the Certutil method. But because of how frequently it is used, it has become a possible indicator of compromise, often triggering payload detections. MacroPack supports this method, but also offers an alternative evasive one, allowing you to completely avoid its footprint and reduce the payload detection chance. This will help us bypass many of the high-profile antiviruses and EDRs, whom I can't name for legal reasons. For the run method, we also have access to alternatives to Certutil, such as the more and tar methods. We will choose tar here, so that we can avoid the footprint of Certutil, all the while keeping the obfuscation of the intermediate bat file as a result of the compression. Finally, I will spoof the PDF icon and extension to make my payload look like a PDF file to the user. I will now generate the payload and send it to my demo target machine, where I will execute it on. To the right of the screen is my target machine with Windows Defender running, and to the left is my C2 machine that will gain control of my target. Let's run the LNK payload. After a few seconds, my C2 framework has picked up on a new system without Windows Defender noticing anything, thanks to our evasive file drop and LNK run methods. I now have full access to my target machine.